Welcome back to The Modest Economist. One of the things that I like to do is to give you information that you can actually use. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you have an existing portfolio. What I'm going to talk about today is one of the ways that you can easily manage risk in your portfolio. I recently had a conversation with my friend Lisa. We both manage our own portfolios, and neither one of us uses an advisor. So it's good for us to touch base once in a while and see what the other person is doing. When we start our conversation and we ask ourselves what's happening in the markets, for us that actually means the fixed income markets, because that's both of our backgrounds. So we spend a few minutes talking about interest rates, the Fed, what's happening globally, and whether or not we think there are any opportunities for us in fixed income. Then we go to the equity part of our portfolios, which really has become the more interesting and fun part of the investing that we've been doing. And the reason is that now you can buy fractional shares of a stock. So you don't have to buy 100 shares of anything. You don't have to look at an expensive stock and say, I can't afford that stock, and be left out of the market, which is something that has happened for so many years. So this is a huge change, and it's a huge opportunity for you, for me, for anyone who wants to buy a few shares of a stock, start a portfolio, start saving. I think it's fantastic. So Lisa says, all right, how much do you have in equities right now? And I said, well, I have 3% in cash, 27% in equities, and 70% in fixed income. So you can tell where my comfort zone is in the investment world. It still is in fixed income. And she said, you should buy more equities. So we talked about different names, but what that means to me is taking measured risk. And when I now buy an individual name, if I see a company that I find is interesting, that I think I might like to have a little piece of, I might buy 2 shares or 3 shares, 5 shares, but I'm not going to overcommit. And the way that I manage that is no single name in my portfolio is over 1% of my total market value. So if something goes wrong, I'm not going to be heartbroken because I don't have a big position. What you can do in your own portfolio, if you're just starting out, is to give yourself a limit as to how much of your total market value you're willing to commit. For example, I recommend no more than 5% for any one position. And take your time. You don't build a portfolio overnight. If you have an existing portfolio, you might want to take a look and make sure that none of your positions are 15 or 20%. That's taking on a lot of risk in one name. So I hope that helps you for today. And if you'd like to see my most recent newsletters or read some of my investment articles, please go to the website, themodesteconomist.com.